What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. First things first, we got to see who is going where as far as the wild card and divisional round, who won the divisions and all that stuff. You can see right there the Raiders, Dolphins, Jets, Bengals, Bills, and then the Tennessee Titans are all going to the postseason. The Titans won their division at 8-8. All right, the worst team in the AFC is the Texans at 4-2. We already been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Buccaneers, then you got the Vikings, so the Pirates are on top. And then you got the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Bears, and the G-Men. The Saints just missed out. The Falcons just missed out. Technically, kind of, sort of, not really, because they were nowhere near the division and they had a chance at the wild card, but even that would have been quite tough. Arizona brings up the bottom of their division, and we already been there, done that as well. Dante Culpepper, 35 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Gus Frerotte, he came in when we needed him to come in. 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. That's what I like to see. Michael Bennett, 1,200. 93 yards, just under 1,300 yards, 23 rushing touchdowns to match his jersey number. Klein Saucer chipped in with 5 on the ground, the big fullback going to the Pro Bowl. Randy Moss, the big boss, 126 receptions to lead the league, 2,200 yards. Yes, to also lead the league in 20 receiving touchdowns. Is that tops in the league? We're going to find out in a second. Nate Burleson, he might mess around and get some hardware as well, man. It could be nothing but receivers getting love as rookies when it comes to the Rookie of the Year for the offensive side of things. O-line protected fairly well. I'm not too mad at that. Pancakes go to the Pancake King and McKinney. So I'm liking what I see from our O-line. Might have to make some upgrades here and there, but for the most part, they did the job, man. Claiborne, 74 tackles to lead the team, 13 tackles for loss. Also tops. D-line got into the backfield quite a bit, so I like to see that. Sacks, they go to Hovan and Mixon with 7 apiece. And then Johnstone with 3, Claiborne with 2, Crocker with 2, Williams with 1, and Bromell with 1 as well. Interceptions, Williams has the most, followed by Walker, and then Chavis, excuse me, and then Irvin, and then Offord, and then Beekerd got an interception as well. When it comes to the NFL numbers, you see there's Culpepper, and then when it comes to the second guy with QB rating is Rich Gannon. He's also second in yards behind Culpepper. Also second in yards, or second in touchdowns, because Culpepper has the most touchdown passes, followed by Gannon, McNabb, Favre, and Pennington. And then LaDainian Thompson just missed out on 2,000 yards rushing. Corey Dillon with 1,500. Deuce McAllister just under 1,500 at 1,499. And then rushing touchdowns, Michael Bennett with 23 of them things, followed by McAllister, Amon Green, Gardner, Thomason, Alexander, and then Marshall Falk. We just beat out Marvin Harrison by about 14 receptions, about 600 yards, and we do have the most touchdowns, as you can see to the right of your screen. 20 of them things, followed by Curtis Conway with 16, and then Pinkston with 15, Isaac Bruce with 14. So there's a bunch of touchdowns being thrown to the top receivers out there. We love to see that. Big Olin had the most pancakes in the NFL. Holmes, the homeboy, 157 tackles to lead the NFL. And then you got Peterson, Morris, and McKinnon, who we actually got rid of when we had our Arizona Cardinals franchise. For obvious reasons, we needed help. Anyways, Washington, 18 tackles for loss. He also has the most sacks at D tackle. That is phenomenal. Good for him. Michael Strahan, he's going to the Pro Bowl with 13 sacks. Will Allen, 7 interceptions. Then you got Bailey with 7. Then you got True Font, who's a Pro Bowl in his rookie year, going with 7 interceptions as well. Glenn, been there, done that, 9 interceptions. Rob Woodson with 10 of those things to lead the league. Culpepper is the MVP, followed by Gannon, who would have won it for the AFC side of things. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Randy Moss, the big boss, followed by Culpepper and Bennett. Gannon would have won it for the AFC side of things. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Derek Brooks. Rob Woodson would have won it for the AFC side of things. So the NFC is dominating. We keep on winning for the whole league. And now the AFC gets some love. Offense Rookie Year goes to Andre Johnson. For the NFC, it would have been Nate Burleson. And then you got Suggs for the Ravens. And then for the NFC, for the Defense Rookie Year, would have went to True Font of those Seahawks representing the NFC. Best quarterback goes to Dante Culpepper. Best running back goes to Michael Bennett. And then, of course, best wide receiver goes to Randy Moss, the big boss, beating out Curtis Conway, who would have got it for the AFC side of things. Big Olin is your offensive lineman of the year. Big Ted is your defensive lineman of the year. Chicago represented there with the big fellas. Linebacker goes to Derek Brooks. And then you look like the Buccaneers, though. Do your thing. Peter Bower would have won it for that AFC side of things. And then Rod Woodson is the best defensive back. Best kicker goes to David Akers. His speech at the draft was absolutely hilarious. I still watch it to this day. And then Tice is the coach of the year, followed by Callahan. Wild card weekend, we got the Bills and the Bengals. Both teams are 10-6, and both teams are trying to win a playoff game. The game is in Cincinnati. They are the home team, and they would get the win 31-17. I'm guessing maybe there was a possibility that they were losing in the second quarter, but it looks like they handled business all throughout. NFC wildcard game on Saturday night. It's the Giants and it's the Eagles, a rivalry renewed. Dudes stay looking to do work versus that Giants defense, and the Giants would fall in brotherly love to the Philadelphia Eagles. It was a defensive struggle throughout, but started that second quarter, or the end of the second quarter, the Eagles were up by 7, and they would handle business, winning 20-7. The Jets might be the better team, but the Titans won their division, so the Jets got to travel down south to Nashville, Tennessee. And the Titans would beat the Jets in Tennessee 27-17. They were dominating in that first half, did enough to survive late in that second half. Then the last wild card game, Seahawks versus the Bears. The Seahawks had the better record, but the Bears, one of the better teams in the league, despite having a record not as good as the Seahawks, because that doesn't matter. They go into Seattle and they beat the Seahawks 23-10. Chicago and Minnesota are both going to be in the divisional round. The Raiders are going to be taking on the Titans. The Buccaneers are going to be taking on the Bears. The Buccaneers might be the best team in the playoffs. And then you got the Dolphins taking on those Cincinnati Bengals. And then we are going to be taking on those Philadelphia Eagles. It should be a fantastic divisional round. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are looking forward for the divisional round of the playoffs. I hope that the rest of the day is the best of your day. And until we meet again, my friends, peace, love, hot sauce.